Frigate. I don't know if you can hear me or what, but that's why I need you to tell me if you can hear me. So welcome to this live stream. I'm just realised I probably could get done for copyright or illegal streaming because or something like that, which is not what I'm doing. But it's a complete accident. You can watch darts as well if you want because of a reflection of Stuart McCall. So if you want to watch Stephen Bunting v Luke Littler, I think you can actually see it from the reflection of my picture. So if that interests you, then you can do that. I probably should turn it off, but I don't care about anything like that, as it's evident as I never do, and I never take any notice of it because I just care about me, and basically anything that's easier for me, that's what I do. And I want to sit here and watch darts. And I thought I better do the video 8ish, so that's what I'm doing. Although 20 minutes late because I had to have my tea again. So these are the sort of things that actually happen, and you just got to get on with it, really. So what a win! What a win it was. 3-0 against Walsall, top of the league, completely unexpected. I have to say thank you and well done to a Jamaican man, and that's not racist. I thought that could be deemed racist, but it isn't because yes, he had the accent, but he was wearing a Rastafarian like themed hat that was the Jamaican flag. So I'm not stereotyping or judging. I thought it was brilliant to do that, but he was Jamaican, 100%. And that's good. I like Jamaicans and I like Jamaican things. Jerk sauce is very nice. Jamaican food. I like Jamaicans, and it's a lovely country as well. And there's some good cricket players from like the Jamaican area, the Caribbean Queen. I like that. So, but the point was, well done to him because before the ground, we saw him. He's like Bradford City. Didn't speak like that. But I'm not going to do the accent. He said 3-0. Was 3-0. So he obviously reads things and is like a fortune teller. So if you want to know anything, go to that Jamaican man in Bradford. I don't even know where we were. We just walked past him. So thank you to him. And thank you to the Ad Archive, because this is something that's quite ridiculous. He's given me £5, and you could have given it to the Jamaican man. He looked like he needed it more than me, but that is massively appreciated. But you don't need to do that. You really don't need to do that. So don't do it, anyone, please. Although I do massively appreciate that. It's spend it on something worthwhile and something for you. Because spend your money on yourself. That's my advice on anything in life. Don't spend your money on others. Spend it on yourself, because you're going to get more out of that than anyone else's, aren't you? And I know people like gifting, and they prefer to give than receive. But I do prefer to receive. But I like to receive things for myself. And I think everyone should do that. So yes. So a lot of talk. Keep letting me know your thoughts on the game, even if you don't normally comment. Don't be afraid to. It helps me rub it on, and at least try keep it about the game for now. And then if we want to wander, we can, because we always do. And I never intend on doing it, but it always happens, unfortunately. Unbelievable win. It's some win, and it's some statement to the rest of the league too. And we're in a really good position now. Our next 3 home games: Harrogate at home, Accrington at home. Who's the other one? Morecambe at home on Tuesday night. If you win those 3 like we should, we're in a great position. But it's Bradford City, and we know we can beat a team like Walsall, but can we go and beat a team like Morecambe? We did against Carlisle away, so we need to keep this momentum going by getting those tough, battle, gritty wins against awful teams. And they are awful because they're the bottom of the league. Quality win, what a statement that is for VP. Being fortress. It is a fortress. One defeat we've had at home this season, that were against Doncaster. We drew to Wimbledon, so they're tough teams, and I think we drew to Salford as well, who have proven they're going to be a tough team in this league as well. So we've had great wins at home. We've had some good draws at home as well. And our fixtures at home are looking very favourable for us to keep that going. It's just our away form that we need to start. And if we can, we're looking like we will be a top 3 side. But we know that our away form's nowhere near where it needs to be to get in that area. And I think that's all we need to tidy up, because we're scoring goals, we're defending a lot better, we're looking a lot more solid. Our midfield, best in the league. So there's a lot to be excited about around Bradford City at the minute, and potentially best manager in the league. I've always thought it. I'm not gelling my hair. I haven't gelled my hair for a while. I was gonna today, but I couldn't be bothered, and that's it. I couldn't be bothered. What did you have for tea? Pizza or pork and apple sausages? Well, neither. It was the traditional for me. It was a pasta and right, pasta and like these small kebab things. They're not kebabs. I don't know what they are. Like little kebab things. They're nice, but pasta's just a bit. It's a bit filling. I didn't finish all my pasta, so give me a slap on the wrist. Do you like Jamaican tobacco? Well, I don't like any tobacco. To be blunt, I don't know what Rizzlers are, but I can assume. But yeah, I don't promote or like tobacco, and it's very logical not to. But if you do, you know what the outcome could be. But you also know the outcome of life is death anyway. So, just basically, if you're happy, everyone's happy, and stay happy, and just entertain yourself, because it is a short life. Very, very somber, very blunt, and very, very sad for a happy day, I suppose. That, but it is the realism of life. It's a circle of life. Also, look, Paul today. I was quite surprised how poor they played. Oh, I can do this as well, can't I? There we go. 1 minute. There. Well, I'll show that later. Clowns, LG, Liam Gallagher. I don't think that is what it's. It could be LGTVs. Also, look, poor today. I was quite surprised how poor they played. I guess we made them look poor though. I was very surprised at how poor Walsall was as well. I thought they didn't offer anything. I can't think of any real good bits of momentum. They had a bit of a momentum surge around the 60th minute. They got the penalty, they missed it, but no real clear-cut chances. I expected a change in the second half. I expected them to come out fighting a bit more, pushing up the pitch and making it a lot harder for us, and they didn't. They were really poor, and nowhere near the sort of team I expected to be top of the league. And I suppose that shows you that if you play at that level like we can play any team in this league, and any team can beat anyone in this league, because it's such a poor League 2 season. And that to me says we need to be getting top 3 now, because we've made a statement win. We've shown we can play to that ability. We've seen that the team are top and clear by 14 points, however long it is. It might be 14 points clear of us and 13 to Crew. We know that they can play at that level, and we can easily match them and further surpass them by quite some way. We need to be getting top 3. We need to kick on with that. And like I said, those next 3 home games are massive. Win them all, and we're right up there. Drop points and become inconsistent and slide away. And that's where we see the true Bradford City and the true character of this team. Because right now it's all rosy and it's all great, and we're playing well, and we've got the right character and mentality, and everything's fantastic and hunky-dory. But we'll see what we're made of again, because that's what a promotion winning team does. We don't have just good momentums, we don't have good streaks. You keep it going and it becomes a consistent run, and a consistent unbeaten run. And that's what we've got to make sure that we do. As it shuts up, how important to them was that Stoke player they lost? Clearly very important, but I thought the whole style of play was completely off it from Stoke, not Stoke, Walsall, because they just looked very dysfunctional. They didn't look like they had any patterns of play. Like I said, they didn't create any chances, but defensively they were all over the place. And I think that is also a sign of what Valley Parade can be, like you already said. I don't know why that's showing, But up to you as well. Fantastic. Nice to have you here, James. Yeah, it shows what Valley Parade can do to a team like Walsall when they come and you've got the atmosphere rocking. You play high pressing football. You don't give them time to think, and you're right on top of them. And they struggle to do that. They struggle to cope with that, and mentally they're faded. But I do think that there's a bit of missing low in there, maybe just for how comfortable we look defensively. But it were a poor team performance from Walsall. Patterson is some player, real City man. Bray stays fit, I swear. Alex Patterson is the reason why we're competing this season compared to last season. Last season, we weren't winning the midfield duels. We didn't have that same energy, but the creativity and the finishing ability to go with it. Alex Gilliard could run for days, but he didn't have that. He didn't have that ability like we saw with Patterson today to knock it past players, to create chances, and then to take chances in the penalty box. And that's what Alex Patterson's got ahead of many players in this division. So very lucky to have him. But the key is we have to keep him fit. And if we keep him and Pat Sarcevic fit, I think we're going up because they're unplayable. Like Clown says, I'd put them in my top 3 worst teams I've seen at Valley Parade. I'm guessing you're saying this season. Patterson was unplayable class. I'd probably agree. I think for top 3 most impressive teams, Bromley, maybe Chesterfield, they're the 2 that stand out, and probably Doncaster. And Walsall are nowhere near that. But they've accumulated enough points to be top of the league by some way. But today they were nowhere near that. And I think that's why we've got to praise the players for making them look so far away from what they've been throughout the season. I haven't heard what their manager said, but that would be interesting. We'll come to you in a minute, Darren. He's becoming massively influential. We really need him if we're gonna go up. That's Patterson. Darren Slater, how well did Sarcevic play after his wife gave birth last night? He did. He played unbelievably well. He's had some really good games for quite a while now, Sarcevic. I always thought we were massively missing him and Patterson when we went on our bad runs around the mid-season, November sort of time, because we missed his creativity, his composure. He retains the ball really well, but he has that finishing ability like we saw today. That goal is a fantastic goal. The power he gets behind it, he leans back, he cuts across it, and not many keepers are saving that. And his overall play, his brain is a level above. The reason he's in League 2 is because he ain't got the legs, he ain't got that fitness ability. But my God, he's got the intelligence. But yeah, I mean, I don't understand why players can't play because I know why Keane said it. I'm not nabbing it off him, but I don't get why players can't play when their wives give birth. Because he said, I can't remember what he said, but what's it got to do with them? That their hard work was done 9 months ago, and at the end of the day, it's a football game. Get on with it, because they don't even need to be there. And how much do they get off? I mean, for example, if your wife gives birth, you're not going to take the day off work for it and the next day, are you? And I think Brad Holiday had, and I would congratulate them, but I'm not going to, because, like I said, they've not really done anything. It's not an achievement, and in fact, it's a bad thing. It is, it's celebration of life, yes, great, but they're going to have sleepless nights. They're going to have nappies. They're going to have torture. So well done to them, but at the end of the day, I mean they wanted it and they asked for that, so let them get on with it because they've chose that life to have now. I won't. Without that Stoke player, I think they are going to be a lesser team. Yeah, it will have an impact on them. I think the words, "How are these lots top?" come from everyone's mouth today. It has. People are saying it around me, and whilst also saying touch wood and tempting fate, because It's Bradford City. They could easily have come back, but they never looked like coming back, and that's the shock from me. They fell apart after their captain, number 9, Matt, went off. Yeah, they did. I think that's the presence that he has. And I thought, I did a video on it, and I said I think he's more important to Walsall than Lowe. And it was such an easy game for Kelly and Shepherd from that moment he went off. So, yeah, I 100% agree with you, actually. We're talking about Lowe, and everyone talks about Lowe, but I did forget that Matt went off, and that probably had a much bigger impact on the game than the fact that they didn't have Lowe, to be fair. So, good point there, Darren. God, I'm at that point again. This is the problem we're doing lives. I get to 15 minutes and I struggle to breathe. But you don't really want to try do it. I mean, I don't know. I've looked at my age audience thing. It's like a statistic. You can look at what the average age of people who watch it. Most of my viewers are over 65, which I'm not surprised about in the slightest. But that means a lot of you could be living on your own. So it would be quite sad to be sat on your own on a Saturday night talking to yourself for 16 minutes, which is basically what I'm doing. And it is quite sad. But at the end of the day, try doing it. It's very hard. You do lose your breath after a while, and you can't really stop because you think it's live and people aren't going to want to watch me stop and take a drink of water. So that is the issue you do have. So the linesman on the far side was laughably bad. I don't have any opinions on him because I struggled to watch the game, to be fair. There's a lot of talk around me, which I actually liked because I'm trying not to take it as serious this season and anymore. It's a game of football and I enjoy it and I enjoy talking about it. But, I don't want to take it so serious that I'm screaming and all that, Just watch it and enjoy it. And that's what I do. And so if there's a conversation going on, I'm going to listen. And I enjoy it. So, yeah. Look, so certain things, that means certain things I miss. Basically, that's my point. And the fact the linesman had a laugh of the bad game, I can't comment because I probably missed some stuff that he did. I mean, I slightly missed the goal. I looked up just in time for him when he hit the shot on the half volley, Patterson. But the build-up play, I missed it because I was looking down at the floor. I think that was a small me. I think I was looking at some like dirt or I don't know. I just wasn't actually watching the game, and that was my fault. Doncaster for me to stand out. Yeah, so let me know who your favourite, not your favourite, but who's played the best at Valley Parade this season. I'd probably say Doncaster, but to be fair, they beat us, and they're the only team to beat us. So I suppose you could say apart from Doncaster. And if it is, I'd probably go Bromley. I was really impressed with them down to 10 men, but that was at the start of the season as well. Walsall manager actually praised how he played. I saw his post-match. Yeah, I wanted to watch his post-match, but I didn't. But yeah, not many managers do, to be fair. And Matt Sadler, he's done a very good job at Walsall. Normally a very organised, hard to break down team with a lot of energy in the midfield, but that's why we've got the best midfield in the league, bar none. Not only for the depth, but the quality in that starting lineup. You got Smallwood, Patterson, Sarcevic, and for God's sake, Poynton. I say him. I'll just do it again then. We've got Smallwood, Patterson, Sarcevic. Am I flipping drunk or something? Smallwood, Patterson, Sarcevic, Poynton. I feel like I keep saying Smallwood instead. I feel like I keep saying Poynton instead of Smallwood, but you know our midfield. I don't need to tell you that. And we just outrun teams in there. We've got the energy. We've got the dynamism, which is energy, but a better way of saying energy. We've got the enthusiasm, again, better way of saying energy. Creativity with your Poyntons and your Sarcevic and your Pattersons. But with Poynton and Sarcevic, they've got the ball retention. Smallwood as well. I thought he retained the ball really well, broke up play. And when you've got them four running at you, the difference why people keep saying we're playing better without Cook, and the reason why we are playing better without Cook is the fact that we're playing with more midfielders. That's the thing we've changed. I don't know why we couldn't play like this with Cook. We had to have a partner with Cook. We had to go longer with Cook. We had to use him as a big lump. There's no reason why we couldn't have played with the 2 10s and the 8 and the 6 with Andy Cook up there. There's no reason why we couldn't do that at all. So, we are playing worse. We were playing worse with Cook. That is not up for debate. But it wasn't for Cook. It was for an unknown reason of why we weren't setting up with this midfield. And we weren't playing bad. We weren't playing bad at all. But the fact that we're out winning teams by absolutely cramming them in our midfield, that's the reason why we're playing better without Cook. And like I say, it's got nothing to do with Andy Cook not being good enough for us, because he was an unbelievable player and always will be. Bradford City legend for what he's done over the last few years. Sure. There we go. And Walker was just that little bit less. Yeah, there you go. Today. Yeah, well, he was. He still had a couple of dodgy errors. There's still a couple of moments where he don't feel with confidence coming with crosses and coming for long throws like he did before. He looks to have lapped him a bit more, but that penalty will have massively helped his confidence. And he made a really good save as well to his right. I think it was McKenty who hit it, which was a good strike if it was him, because he ain't known for his striking ability from about 25 yards out, 30 yards out. But that was a good save. And Carlisle, I think he had a good game as well. We've got 5-6 clean sheets now this season. So him going in confidence, back three going in confidence. We've got a pretty sturdy, pretty reliable, consistent looking back three, because it's been changing throughout the season. So hopefully they're going in confidence as well. Because if you keep getting clean sheets, that's the important thing to any team that goes up. Certainly is. I'll just have a breather as I read this comment. Enjoy the silence. Wasn't that a Depeche Mode song? Anyway, totally, I'm 51. You're 51. Well, I'm going to say happy birthday, but I don't think you are today. But well done, I suppose. And sat at home alone, but happy as a big, as a pig in. Happy as a pig in poop. Well, apparently pigs are the most clean animals. I'm sure I've read that. They're actually the cleanest animals. They always get stereotyped. They always get put in this category of them being dirty. You dirty pig. You pig. Pigs are dirty. But at the end of the day, they are very clean. And I feel sorry for all the pigs out there, because apparently they are clean. I don't know how. They don't exactly bath themselves, or they do lie around in mud, and mud's not very clean. But yeah, I mean, maybe it's a hoax, maybe it was a lie, but I've heard that pigs are very clean. I predict Smallwood will be offered a new contract very soon. I'd keep him on. I've had a few debates, and it's like, yeah, he's got the lead. I don't understand the people who say I'd get rid of him as captain. Well, are you having as captain? And then the type of people who do say that, they then say, like someone like Brad Halliday, but you don't know what they're like every day. You don't know what they're like in the dressing room. Do they communicate with players? Do they set an example off the pitch? I don't think Smallwood's the best captain ever. No way. He's nowhere near our best, and he's nowhere near looking like a legend at his club. And if you're a captain, you should be around that. But he does the job. He's reasonably consistent, and he has games like today. And I'd definitely give him a new contract because of that. But with a view of bringing in someone who can be an understudy, someone who can replace him. Because he will be 34, I think, by the summer, or 33, but I'm sure he's 33 now. Phil Bray, Walsall fan, I think. Yeah. We had a rare off day today. Every team has them, but fair play to Bradford. We had a good game plan and it worked. Our lads couldn't get into any rhythm, and that was down to how well Bradford played. I saw a tweet of a load of Walsall fans on the bus getting an experience. We say experience. We don't judge or abuse. There's a better word, but I can't think of it. An old man who I've just said old man. I've just been saying we don't do that. I just did. So basically, they got an old man who was in the pub, and they got him on their coach, their fan travel coach, and got him to the ground, which is a very nice thing to do. So credit to the Walsall fans, the ones that travelled. I know there was a lot of stirring going on online about the fact that I think it were 800 and they should have brought more because they're top of the league. But credit to the ones that came, and you are going very well, and you will still go up. There's no way you don't go up. It would be the biggest bottle job in history. So that won't happen. But and I hope they do go up, because if they go up, that means when Walsall play Notts County, Donny, Port Vale, we can hope they win, because if they're at so many points above, if they can be beating the teams around us because they're that much better, it helps us, doesn't it? To have teams that you want to beat, rather than it all being congested like it has been. So yeah, fair play. You've had a good season, and I'm glad that you've lost today. But keep going. You've signed a new striker as well. So if you're still here, is it Wheatley on loan from Man United? Do you think he can replace Nathan Lowe? I don't think he can. But clearly Johnson can't, missing that penalty. It was a poor penalty, but it was a great save. And I must say, what a moment that was. Because football means a lot to us, but it's always a reality check when you see people dying, and you look at the scoreboard, and you see a picture of someone with the family, the name and an age, and it expired, and it makes you think, doesn't it? Especially when you see an age, and you think, oh, that's sad. But Danny Barber, I didn't know him, but there's a family behind that, and a lot of people seem to have known who he was. And I've heard about how he died, and that was tragic. But for everyone to be doing that, the clap, in the 65th minute was quite spine tingling. For 18,000 fans to be clapping, because I didn't think it would happen, because it didn't even happen that much for Stephen Darby, a club legend. But I'm glad it did, because those sort of things need to happen. So that was a great moment. Unfortunately, there was a penalty exactly on the 65th minute. So you think, oh, well, this is bloody typical. This is great, isn't it? And then it's like, well, what if Sam Walker actually saves it? Well, great moment that would be. And then he did. And then the eruption from that as well. And it's like, well, Danny Barber did that. So that were brilliant. So yeah, it obviously not for a brilliant reason, but I'm sure that would have been a very emotional minute for everyone who knew him. And that leads me on to as well the ribbons for the 56. Georgia, who does it every year. I'm not sure if this is going to be her last. Hopefully, in. She's done a great job, but she's doing it again this year. Obviously, it's very hard to donate money at this time, but for some of it means a lot to a lot of people who were there, people who experienced it, and just Bradford City fans in general. It means a lot to us, and anything that goes into it goes a long way. And she's done a great job with the ribbons, and she'll be doing that again in May for the 56. And you can donate now as well, and I'm sure you can find it somewhere across social media. Again, great cause. What do I think about the electric scoreboards? I think it's about time we upgraded Valley Parade. Well, to me, they're new, the scoreboards, because I remember the old one. I say that as though I'm 60. I remember the old one. That was bloody rubbish, that. But I think money can go elsewhere, to be fair. I think there's a lot worse. And I think we've probably got one of the better ones in League Two. It's in a good area. It's reasonably big. But, yeah. Maybe you can ask Ryan Sparks. I'm sure he'll get back to you. And he might. I've never messaged him personally. Mundo, Wimbledon at VP have to be up there. Kept us quiet all game. Yeah, they did. We're 0-0 on it, and they always seem to park the bus, play the Wimbledon antics, get in your face, bit of S-housery, and grind away to a 0-0 draw. So they were tough to break down. They kept us quiet, but you know, that I won't come away. I won't come away saying, "Oh yeah, they blew my socks off," because they never do. Fortunately. Oh, is this the guy who died in the coop or co-op and was a scooter bike rider? The guy died. Well, I heard that's how he went in the co-op, which was a shame. But yeah, I don't know if he was a scooter bike rider, but that's how I heard. Put the link in the video description, fella, when you fill it in. I never do a description. It's a bit bad in it. I should. I never know what to put in. I don't like summarizing the video. It's like, well, watch it, and then you can summarize it yourself. Links. I don't really know how, but I'll try to do that because that's an important thing. I think important things like that I need to do. But yeah, I will do that. So thanks for reminding me. I forgot what else I was going to say. And like linking social medias and stuff, it's like, well, I'm sure if you really wanted to, you could find me on social media, but I don't put anything on it apart from Twitter. And most of you have probably found me from there anyway. Yeah, I think it's a bit of a waste of time. Although I might do a TikTok account because I feel like that could help me. But I just hate TikTok. So yeah. Moving on. Imagine if we had them fit all season. My God, I hope and pray they are this season. It would be a very good-looking middle-aged young man. Come on, guys, make me happy. Yes, I think you're on about Patterson and Sarcevic because they had a great game, didn't they? Yeah, Patterson stays fit. Otherwise, we need to double his money. Well, I mean, I don't know. I think his contract be up. Probably got 2 years. There'll be a lot of big contracts up this summer. But I mean, the thing is, it's like if he stays fit, and he's had so many injuries, we did do a like a surgery thing, didn't we? In the summer that we spent a lot of money on. So it will be interesting to see. But it's a big 6 month, and he will be the reason if we go up. And if he's unfit and he gets a few injuries from now to end of the season, he will probably be the same reason why we won't go up. So he's probably our most important player. And I like the way he stepped up without Andy Cook as well. And a lot of players have. And you have to. You know, you can't be relying on someone who isn't there anymore. So yeah, they've all been great, haven't they? But that midfield is something to get excited about. Because like I said, it's got everything you want in the midfield. It's got the tenacity, it's got the intensity, the energy, the creativity, the ball retention, the movement. It's got everything. And that's just Poynton, who's a massively exciting young prospect who we can develop and sell on, but we need to make the most of him now whilst he's here, and we're certainly doing that at the minute. Even important in the goals as well. Patterson getting his clinical boots on, scoring and taking his chances and getting the right areas and using his intelligence, get moving. You know, he's just doing everything that a box-to-box 8 should do. He's doing it, and he's doing it at a great level at this League 2 season. Sarcevic, he's been there, he's done it, he's got the experience, but he's also got that clinical nature in the box. His link-up play, his hold-up play, composure. Like I said, his intelligence earlier is second to none. And Smallwood, again, another player who has been there and done it. He's captain Tides to promotion, I'm sure. He captained Blackburn to theirs. Again, kept hold of the ball well, and he senses danger, and he's good at winning the ball back for us. So that midfield is unbelievable, and that's just the 4 who start. Not to mention Tommy Lee, who I don't know why we keep bringing him on as a striker. He's not a striker in my eyes, because that's what MK Dons did wrong with him, playing him in different positions that are his natural ones. And George Lapsley, Brandon Keller came on. Didn't really notice him too much, but didn't have to do too much. I like Odra. I know a lot don't, but he's still a really good technical player for us. Jamie Walker, you know, so many players. Corey Evans went this window, didn't he? Although he's already injured at Oldham. So we've got great options in that midfield. And the 4 are playing unbelievably well. Even Kavanagh is a better player without Cook. He is. I think the responsibility of being an all-out 9 is helping him. There's more pressure on him, and I think that's helping. But also, I think Swindon. I think he scored against Swindon. I think it was a bit of a tap-in. I think it was one of those tap-ins that he scored really easy. And he sort of kicked on from that. And then with Andy Cook being injured, and he already scored against Swindon, it's just kicked him on again. And I think he got a goal against Grimsby. Didn't have a great game. He scored a good goal against Carlisle for being in the right area. It would have been, a bit of an Andy Cook type of goal in around the area, gambling on it and being determined enough to get on the end of it. And then today, I don't think he had a great game, but by Kavanagh's standards, he did all right. And he did enough for us to get over the line. So everything that he does off the ball is very important to us. And the fact that we are seeming to be, we were still a pressing side and a high pressing side, but without Andy Cook, you have a bit more legs in there, and he's even more important to us off the ball. But he needs to be a lot better on it, and he's slowly improving. He's our youngest player. Poynton always gets the youngest player, and young Bobby, and the young lad Bobby. Yeah, he is a young lad, and he is doing well. But Kavanagh is younger than him. Maybe only by a few months, but that can be a bit of a thing as well with him. Everyone being older than him, he's doing his bit, but he does need to kick on for us, and he's got Mellon behind him as well. So a couple of bad games, and you've got Michael Mellon to bring into the equation. So he's doing well, and he's got a lot of developing to do. Hartley Hare, the Notts County fan. It's like revealing someone's age, isn't it? So it's like this. Good giant win for you. Since some, you can read it. From Walsall squared up to me outside Meadow Lane. I hate them. Power to you. Well, 1-1. I mean, I will be honest. That something happened on Midland Road. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it was Walsall or Bradford. But a bit of a scuffle, a bit of an argy-bargy coming together happened. But I'm oblivious to all that sort of stuff. I just head down, get away, don't look back, and just try not to listen to what's going on. Because if you don't know what's going on, you can't say all about it, can you? So for anything that happens like that, I'd try not to pay any attention and just keep walking. But I did sort of walk into a bit of a fight sort of thing, but one of them seemed to bottle it. But I don't know the ins and outs of that, but that happened. But like I say, earlier Walsall did a nice gesture, the fans on the coach, to that old man. See, there's scufflers and mouthy. Well, yeah, maybe. But not everyone's the same, really. Like, you could judge some Bradford fans because we've done our bad bit, and all Bradford fans are the same, but we're not. And as bad as Millwall fans and that will slit your throats. Yeah, well, Millwall fans are different, but I mean, I'm just saying that not everyone's the same. And to be fair, when we played Millwall, a Millwall fan, we were trying to take a picture, and he's like, I won't do a Cockney accent, but he did say, "Do you want me to take a picture for you?" Had a little 1-minute chat, wish you well and stuff, and there's some nice ones. Then there's also ones who want to slit your throat, and there's also ones who will throw pound coins at you, and will abuse you. But that is as people in general. But there's a minority of people, isn't there, where you can go. Do try and avoid them, like Millwall, because they are known for being trouble. But yeah, sort of waffled on about that, to be fair. So yeah, but obviously being squared up is not nice, is it, Harley? So I hope you're all right after that. Happened to me at football like that. I am hoping to be finishing 5 minutes. I know you're going to say, well, keep going to our past, or you've always this amount of time. I owe you nothing. You've already taken up my night. I wanted to watch darts. But you might be able to watch it. I mean, you can't really make it out, can you? I don't think I'll get in trouble for that. I don't know. The only response, dear boy, is mockery. Yeah. Or what are you doing? Why me. You know, I do. No, I'm not staying for an hour. I do this all the time. It's like, I mean, to be fair, I probably do owe you something, but I'm not gonna. I don't wanna. It's no, 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 no. It's not happening. Bloody hell! You interested in my views on Trump winning? No one should be interested on my views on Donald Trump winning an election and becoming president of USA. And I'm not Gary Neville, and I don't profess to be Gary Neville. You know, I'm not gonna have all my views on politics and not answer a political question. I'm just not gonna tell you my views on politics unless you know me. Please stay for an hour. I'll race through the kids' tea to get you. Well, why didn't you put it on whilst you were making the kids' tea? Why didn't you say, sorry, kids, you can wait, because I've got to listen to a Bradford City fan. You know, oh, we're starving. We're going to die. Well, you can start. I didn't want you anyway. You know, did you? Maybe you did want them, but, you know, shouldn't have said that. I don't know you, so you could absolutely adore them, and they would know that if you do. So, you know, credit to you, I suppose. Would you? Oh God, Christ! Would you do Milena? Well, yeah, I would. I would. There you go. We'll put it on screen. That's the question. I would, because it's few and far between. They chewed through burn nuggets. Well, the fried burn nuggets. Well, I suppose just burn nuggets. I don't know. They got fed, didn't they? They got fed. Matron. I was going to do the face, but then I thought I probably can't. Milena looks like a freeze-dried hamster. Let me try and picture that. Not a good sight. I don't know why anyone would want a hamster. They don't last long. You know, they don't last long. What is the longest lasting pet? What if you were to get a pet? What would you get so it lasts long? Because I want my money's worth. You know, I don't want something that I'm going to get and it dies. It's a bit like the bloody rescue centre dogs. Yeah, all right, I'll get a rescue centre dog. That's great. It's dead the next day. What good's that to me? I've just wasted money on it. Although I think you can get them for free. So if it is free, it's a good deed. But it's a bit annoying, isn't it? It's like, oh, I've got a dog. Oh, it's died. I mean, my granddad. Funny story. If you want to laugh, you can. If you don't want to, don't, because you know it's up to you. He were at the pub, and there was a dog. I think he found it on the way home. You know, as you do. A drunken man in the 70s sees a dog, brings it home. Anyway, right home. It was a nice dog, but unfortunately, it was sleeping with him that night. Woke up the next morning, dead. Died the next morning. So, new family dog, dead. What is the point? It may as well have just left it there. You know, oh, poor thing, lovely. But you've had the connection, you've got emotional, and now it's gone, and now you're in tears. It's hassle that you don't need. And that is what I'm on about. I can't be having unneeded hassle, and I want to avoid it. And that sort of thing, it's avoidable. Don't look twice at it. Think, poor thing, get on with your life. Don't attach it to you, and don't get attached to it. And that goes for anything. It goes for anything. Tortoise, turtle. I've got a turtle, but they're banned now. What? Get a small Thai child. Why? What's wrong with what's wrong or what's right or what's good about a Thai child? But got a small turtle and they're banned now. Why are they banning turtles? Why are they banning turtles? Let me Google, because Might be quicker because there's a 20-second delay. But why would they ban turtles? I know they're dying. Turtles banned. Oh, by the way, they're banned in India, I think it says. It says banned are banned due to the threat they pose to the environment or human health. Oh, for God's sake. 1 minute they're telling you to save the turtles, now they're telling you to get rid of the turtles. What's going on? You can't do right for wrong, can you? I can't bother reading about the turtles, but this is a problem with the road. Turtles are invasive species. Invasive. Get a tortoise and call it Stefan. Well, I can't get a tortoise because it's banned. I don't know how that's been showed, but I didn't actually read it. I'm a copywriter, not a chef. Well, is that what you do for a job? Well, fair enough. It seems like it pays well. Copywriter job sounds like a good job. It's better than none, like me, jobless. We'll put that on. We'll replace it. Turtles are invasive species. I don't know. I don't know what's going wrong with a bloody road. You can't get a bloody turtle because it's a danger. It's danger to the environment, and yet they're telling you to save the turtles because they're gonna get put out of the environment. It's just that shocked me. That's rocked me. That really has. I can't believe it. Anyway, this is boring, fella. Bloody boring. Add Malcolm Jice to your list. Pipe smoking while reading Tolkien. Right, well. Daniel, evening Corbin. Been watching the videos but never been able to catch a light. Big win today. Sars and Pat were huge. Up the chickens. Very nice to see you. So add Malcolm Jice to your... Well, I can tell you what I'd archive. The list. Now, I can't remember what everyone recommended and stuff like, but I did have a Google of Alan Bennett. He's gay. I don't know what that's all about. So what's this one? It's Malcolm Jice. I'll just put Malcolm Jice. I'll find wherever you're looking from. This is like a segment, isn't it? Add archive recommends. It's not Malcolm Jice. It's Malcolm Goot. Malcolm Goot. Add archive recommends Malcolm Goot. So I did find a kangaroo fighting a human, and that was funny. To be fair, it was. And but who won? That was the thing we wanted to find out. Who would win, a kangaroo or a human? And it was the human. It was the human scared the kangaroo off. It sounded like I had to think to make it up. I didn't. You can search on Google, on YouTube. Zoo Scrapbook by Frank Sidebottom at archive. I did watch it. It was quite strange, but it was okay. Peter Sellers a party. Do you like Peter Sellers a party? I definitely watched it. I just can't remember it. But again, it was alright. I could watch it. Mile End by Pulp. I can't remember who recommended me to listen to that song, but it was very good. I did listen to Different Class, the album, and I thought it was a great album. But that was like, I think it win Trainspotting or something, which good film. But yep, that was a good song. I haven't got round to listening to the Jimmy Savile YouTube song, just because it's not something I want to do. It isn't. So Malcolm Guy, that is what I will watch now. So yeah, but we are coming towards the end. If you've just watched, you can watch it from the beginning if you want to. Different Class is a class album. It is Different Class. It's unbelievable. It's different gravy. It is up there with the best. I'd definitely say maybe top 10, top 20, maybe. It's up there. Need some John Shuttleworth and Pigeons in Flight. John Shuttleworth. What about I thought he was a Coronation Street actor, but I think he's a poet. My mate's wedding is on the cover. Is it? I don't believe that. What? Why? Why would that? Why? I don't get why that would happen, because surely, I mean, there's a wedding on the cover, but I wouldn't thought, well, it might be on me. I'm not gonna debate that with you. But you might have to go a bit further for me to believe you, Hartley her. Richard Hawley as well. Are we getting too far? I don't know who these people are. Normally I tell people who people don't know, but you lot are going another dimension. George Shuttleworth, Sharon O'Connor. Who is Sharon O'Connor? Your friend's name? Okay, Sharon O'Connor. Well, you know what? We're gonna put it to a test, aren't we? Pulp album, Sharon O'Connor. This would be interesting, actually. It's just that they're from Sheffield and you're not, so that would surprise me, and you can't blame me for that. But yeah, I think we've reached the end. It's been 50 minutes. It's been an enjoyable 50 minutes. We have wandered on our normal diversion across different subjects, and we will do it again. But I wanted to talk about the game a bit more, because I don't do it enough, do I? I don't talk about the game enough. So I feel like the first 30 minutes or so I did, and I'm glad I did. So if you want to listen to more talking about the game, go and do it. At the beginning of the video. So last couple of comments, and I'm definitely going because I want to watch the final of the darts Dutch Masters. Littler looking like he's going to be playing cross, and we want cross to win because I hate Littler. She got wedding pictures for nothing because they've put some cut-out figures among the guests. True fact. I do want to go, but I'm also very interested in why your friend is on the cover of one of the most famous albums ever. Prefer Suede, though, when it comes to 90s bands. Listen to Asphalt Road. There we go. Sci-fi lullabies. We talk too much about the game. We want more you ranting. You're the best thing on TV. I'm on your TV. I'm not on the TV. I'm on your TV, and I'm on your TV, and I'm on your TV. Husband's called Dominic. What's the dog called? No, I'm why? I will just stay for out the hair just to tell me why they are on that album. That's all I want to know. Why? How did that happen? Did they know? Did they know? Jarvis Cocker? I think they thanked Sharon and Dom in the album. It's just so. Oh, now Martin's joined. Welcome, Martin. We were just about to go. I was trying to wrap up. Not because it's cold or trying to wrap up the video, but welcome. Stop him. No, I want to go. Please. Stop him from going, Martin. Well, Martin, if you want to ask something interesting, you can, but the thing is, I'm boring myself. I'm just ready to go now. It's too much. I am just waiting for Hartley. Get your parents on. Well, one's asleep, and the other one is not. I don't know what he's doing. He's downstairs, but I'm not Fogden. I'm not gonna start getting my parents on. I'm not gonna start getting Ray Dad. That off the top of my head, Ray Dad, and Ray Mum. It's not happening because I don't need to. They don't entertain, and it just won't be worthwhile. I mean, they might be able to, but it just no. So I'm going. Do they know you're a media star? Well, I'm not a star. I'm not in the media. I'm a content creator, and a bad one at that, because I don't create much content. How good were we today then? Oh, we were brilliant, Martin, and what a win. But yeah, they do know I do YouTube. I told them after the first 4. I did 4 or 5 without them knowing, but they were bad, but they've supported me. I mean, the only reason I've got this background is because of my dad, because it's like I wouldn't have that for my bedroom. It is nice to have in my bedroom, but it goes, but I just probably wouldn't. So yeah, but I'm nowhere near a media star. Name another hobby you have. Hobby. I won't call this a hobby. I don't. I don't know, just watching sport. But I suppose that is the hobby. Why, gardening, gardening. That's not. Yeah, well, I suppose it is a hobby. I suppose everyone does it. So yeah, so not that. I mean, that it is quite sad that gardening comes to mind before that, innit? That's just my mind. I do like gardening. I like sitting in the sun. I call it sitting in the sun, not sunbathing, because sunbathing's got a bad name to it. If you imagine me sunbathing, you think, it's not a good image. Sitting in the sun, I like to sit in the sun. So it's just much nicer. Anything to do with sun, when it's warm, walking, but I only like walking when it's sunny. That's secret chocolate bar eater. Well, I'm not. I probably eat a lot less chocolate than the average person. I'd assume. I don't know how much the average person eats chocolate, but I will be less because I'm not that into it. It's all right. I can't. My mind's gone blank. I can't think of what my favorite chocolate is, but it is all right. It's a funny image though. You sunbathing. Everyone does it. Everyone sunbathes. Well, then again, they don't. Do you all sunbathe? Mars bar. Hate Mars bars. Yeah, so sorry for that to be the first thing you recommend. Don't like Kit Kats. They throw the best parties. Mars bar throws the best parties. No, they don't. They're rubbish. They're absolutely rubbish. And if you like them, that's fine. I don't like debate people liking their food. If you like your food, that's fine. But I don't. So yeah, Mars bar is rubbish. You'd like that. What would I like? Mars bar party. It's probably a thing, innit? It's probably a thing that I don't know about. It's probably something to do with John Shuttleworth or someone like that. It's probably a TV show. I want Ozark summaries in a Yorkshire accent. Never watched Ozark, so I can't give you Ozark in a Yorkshire accent. I ain't got a thick Yorkshire accent. It goes thicker sometimes, and sometimes it goes lighter, but I won't say I've got a distinct Yorkshire accent. But if you're from Nottingham, then you will know. I don't know what the accent of Nottingham is. If I had someone from Nottingham speaking, I just wouldn't think of it. I'd just think English. I wouldn't go, that's Nottingham. Me, Yorkshire. I love Yorkshire pudding. Heck no, 20 seconds. You can't say 20 st, can you? I don't know what you're trying to say. People get worried when they see me laying down half naked. Oh God. Well, I mean, I don't even know what you look like, but hearing the name Martin Bruce and thinking that definitely makes my stomach turn. You're 22 stone. Well, there's no wrong with that. Not gonna. Well, those Milky Bars must be going down well, which is fine. It's absolutely fine. Obviously, people who are of that sort of weightage tend to be happier than people who are. I mean, I need to bulk up. I need to bulk up. Maybe we should just go half and half. I'll have half of you, and you can have half of me. If we just balance that out, I think it would do me more good than you, because that could actually be healthier than me, because I could be bordering on wasting away. My accent is foul, flat, and dull, bit nasal. Oh, I think mine is, but people are watching, and people wanted me to go for an hour. I mean, you wanted me to go for an hour 20 minutes ago. I'm going an hour. 4'6" tall. 4'6". You can't be 4 foot. 22 stone and 4'6". Mum, he's been blue. Who's been blue? Right, I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Someone's romantic, someone's 4'6", and someone's blue. But I'm happy. I mean, Notts County drew to Romley, so I'm happy about that. Not for your misfortune. I hope we both go up because Notts County are a good team and a well-supported team, which is always good for people like me, because if you weren't, you wouldn't have probably found me. You don't need to do that, ad archive. Young man, you don't need to do that, because that's £7 now, and I appreciate it a lot, but you could do so much with £7. You really could. You could do so much. You know, you could go on 5 buses. Bloody buses. I hate buses. Stephen Bunting, Luke, what? I think darts has finished. I thought that was a semi-final. Bob Cross were playing in a minute ago. Were we not? I think Stephen Bunting's just beat Luke Littler in the Dutch Masters, which is very frustrating because I hate Luke Littler. I'm sure that can't be right. That cannot be right. My God, that game must have only lasted 10 seconds, 10 minutes. Last time I looked, I saw Bob Cross throwing. I don't know how that's possible. That's crazy, that. Bradford are a proper club. We are, and Notts County are as well, to be fair, so shake. Thanks for the chat, fella. You made my night. Well, thanks for joining, and thanks for helping the stream, as always. You massively appreciated. Results couldn't really have gone better than today, could they? They couldn't, and that is something we need to... We made sure we won. I thought anything we get today is a bonus. We won. Anything we get away at Wimbledon's a bonus. And if we can win our next 3 home league games, which are Accrington, Harrogate and Morecambe, we're in a fantastic position. And the way the table's set, the way the league's set, the way we're going, I think we've got to push on for autos now. Do I think we can? I do. I was going to go on and on, like Meatloaf, being decisive. You know, got to know right now, I'll tell you tomorrow. But I'm not going to tell you tomorrow. I'm going to tell you right now. Bradford City promoted. It's on. I think we're going to do it. Brilliant win against top of the league. 3-0. Midfield, best in the league. Defence, rock solid. Walsall were really underwhelming, didn't threaten us too much. Sam Walker, first penalty save for Bradford to take out, and remember him ever making one. So big confidence booster for him. No Andy Cook, no trouble. Colin Cavan is still performing, and we're still getting wins. 1 defeat in our last 11. 1 home league defeat all season. Valley Parade back being a fortress, and Graham Alexander's getting Bradford City back towards League One, back towards promotion, and we're playing back the way Bradford City teams should. Graham's got us playing the way City should, and the atmosphere is rocking as well. Everything's looking up, but like Martin Bruce says, you need to back it up on Tuesday at home against Morecambe. I'll be back then, probably, to do a live, although I might not, so don't bank on it. It might happen, it won't. We'll see. You'll find out. But thank you very much for watching. Have a good one.